Apart from character or talent, which is inbuilt in human genes, the other two keys of human performance and survival capabilities, which are knowledge or information or intelligence and energy, are supplied by nature to man. In other words, knowledge and energy are some of the numerous treasures or resources of nature. This means that nature, apart from being a guide or teacher, healer or protection, is also a sanctuary of wealth, resources or treasures designed and equipped by God the Almighty, the uncreated creator, not only to support the comfortable existence of humans on Earth, but also to be a catalyst in human evolution process. So, any change in nature certainly forces change or evolution upon man or humans, such that God the Most Wise and Most High uses nature to activate, regulate, refine, hence reset or evolve or change humans and our world or civilization from time to time. This is why changes in weather and seasons, as well as natural disasters, etc., are part of nature's events and inventions with which God effectively activate, regulate, refine life on Earth or change the world. For instance, if weather and seasons changes and there is drought just for 2 or 3 years, a lot of humans, animals, even plants, and other living organisms will not survive. The few humans, animals, etc., who will survive will be those who have got information ahead of the coming drought disaster from the signs, codes, and parables of nature and prepared. Nature always gives signs, warnings, and always speak to humans in signs, codes, or parables when it's going to reset, change, or evolve. Whether nature's reset, change, or evolution is going to bring disasters or favorable events, inventions, and civilization, nature always gives signs and warnings. It is the signs scientists read or study and are sometimes able to predict the coming of disasters or favorable events. However, there are changes or evolution of nature that is not easily determined or detected by scientific methods, especially nature's evolution or changes that are meant to bring about reset in human civilization on a global scale. The dimensional, sequential, and proportionate nature and manifestation of such events on Earth is usually different from the frequent event changes of nature humans are used to. This means the signs nature gives for these kind of events are usually very hidden and secret, which I call the hidden evolution signs of nature. The hidden evolution signs are only detectable by very careful and highly conscious or discerning individuals, and usually through soul migration events or experiences like dreams, time travels, meditation, etc., whether it's disasters, pandemics, wars, even great scientific discoveries, etc. And these types of nature's evolution brings great tribulations to life on Earth that test the preparedness, strength, intelligence, talent, and survival capabilities of humans and every life on Earth. Now, the world is evolving or changing again, and a new world and civilization is coming. Though nature is speaking so loud, its evolution signs, warnings, and parables are very clear and plain, but humans are so distracted and not preparing. Nature's major evolution is a way for nature to reset itself and the world back to default settings after so much abuse of the world by humans. Noah, peace be upon him, foresaw the evolution of the world and end of the old civilization of his people and prepared ahead for the new civilization in his time by building an ark to escape the Great Flood or the Great Reset. And he achieved this mainly through soul migration application. Lot, peace be upon him, also was told by the angels, hence, got information ahead about the disaster to befall Sodom and Gomorrah, the end of Sodom civilization, and had to migrate to escape. The king dreamed in the days of Joseph, peace be upon him. They foresaw the great famine. They prepared or evolved by changing their approach to farming and storage systems, and they survived even as their world evolved or reset. Unfortunately, humanity today is not even concerned or paying attention, much less preparing with all the evolution signs all over the face of the earth. The funny thing is we're doing everything to accelerate the disastrous evolution by all anthropogenic events and inventions without actually preparing for any escape. But the good news is that the window of escape is still open but fast tightening. So, humans can still consciously prepare and evolve very fast to effectively survive and fit into the civilization and new world that's coming. The word new world does not mean a renovated or a completely rebuilt structure of a human habitat. It simply means new changes in the inventions, natural and anthropogenic events of the world, hence new civilization. Thus, life itself is an invention and event. The world is the invention and event center or event square, and man is an attendant or inventor. It is no more speculations that ideas rule the world, and events and inventions are embodiment of ideas. Those who are capable of creating crisis, to the destabilization or solution ideas, to the stabilization of the human world, astonishingly create events and inventions that overtake the world or change the world or control the world. Periodically, the human world experiences either drastic, apparent reset, change, evolution, or slow, inconspicuous change, or evolution usually every 5 to 10 years, 10 to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 to 100 years, 900 to 1,000 years. And these changes or evolution are always marked by divine intellectual revolutions, wars, natural and anthropogenic disasters, etc. The evolution events that reset human civilization globally occurs once in many centuries and are usually very profound, triggered by nature and humans. The human or anthropogenic events and inventions of the era of agricultural and industrial revolutions and the wars of World War I and II changed or evolved the slave world into a colonial or analog world, and the colonial world or analog world to a smart, free, digital world in a minor way. After about 80 years since the world wars and minor evolutions, and many centuries since the last Great Reset, our smart, free, digital world is preparing its stage or theater for another major reset or change. The type that occurs when both nature and humans trigger a major evolution on Earth that I call the Aragonia reset. Evolution or change through human supersonic or hypersonic events and inventions that will usher in the new civilization of the Aragonian world. The reset, evolution or change that occurs in the human world periodically, minor or major, is guided by forces and intelligence from higher dimensions or realms and civilizations that influences both natural, anthropogenic events and inventions like weather and seasons, natural disasters, nature's resources, information, human ideas, hence human civilizations on Earth. Higher dimensional life has influence on human evolution and certainly have tremendous influence on human administration or politics, management or economies, labor, trade and commerce, social life or human relations, education, science and technology, religion, and of course human families. The advent of artificial intelligence, supersonic and hypersonic wars, and other hypersonic events, cryptocurrency, social media, and hypersonic entertainment, climate catastrophes, etc., will certainly change or evolve humanity forever and push or stretch humans to the maximum in terms of intelligence, performance capabilities, survival capabilities, or instincts of survival, etc., thereby pushing humans to the highest potent points or levels of evolution. And behold, rise of the ARAGONS, or rise of superhumans. The